Kilo Code makes 5 bold claims about being the best open-source AI coding agent, and I ran every one of them against the actual evidence. Official docs, the Kilobench leaderboard, GitHub issues, and community reports. The biggest surprise wasn't a feature. It was a $74.50 credit drain with zero usage that Kilo's own team closed as not planned. By the end of this video, you'll know which of these 5 claims hold up and whether the billing risk is worth the model freedom you're getting. Kilo's marketing implies open weight models are winning code review with a specific figure, 0.179 critical findings per review from a model called Kimi K27. According to official docs, that model doesn't exist on Kilo's own leaderboard. Kimi K3 does at 72.8%, completion on Terminal Bench 2.0 at 48.38 per attempt, and it trails GPT 5.6, Sol's 76.2%. This claim fails on 2 counts. The number is unverifiable, and even the closest real model isn't actually leading. Point against Kilo. I spent a week going through Kilo's pricing pages, its benchmark leaderboard, and dozens of community-reported GitHub issues to separate the marketing from the reality. This one holds up completely. According to official pricing pages, Kilo supports bring-your-own-key access to OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Mistral, Azure, and AWS Bedrock, plus local models through Ollama and LM Studio. The BYOK tier runs $0 a month with no hosted credit required, and multiple sources confirm no markup on top of provider rates. Kilo wins this one clean. That's 500 plus models with mid-task switching. Next up is Slackbot ships PRs directly, the test that quietly decides whether the rest of this comparison even matters. Press coverage and vendor announcements both back this up. Mention Kilo in a Slack thread, and it reads the conversation, opens a branch, and submits a pull request without anyone touching an IDE. It infers which repository you're talking about across multiple repos, a real differentiator against Cursor's single repo, Slackbot. And it builds on existing PRs across multi-turn conversations instead of one-shot replies. Kilo wins this one too. Stick with me, because the last 4 tests are where this decision actually flips. Here's where it gets ugly. GitHub issue 7 documents a balance dropping from 74.50 to 0.03, with no recorded usage, closed as not planned. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. GitHub 3767 shows a 340-line file triggering an agent loop that ballooned context from 140,000 to 262,000 tokens, generating 8.5 million tokens total, turning an expected 0.10 review into a $7.59 charge. And GitHub 388 documents the extension silently switching to Kilo's own hosted sonnet, burning credits even for BYOK users, with one report of a $5 free credit disappearing in a single day. These are community reported, but they're specific, time-stamped, and consistent. This claim is confirmed, and it's the single worst thing about this product. Next up is UI less polished, only helps in editor, the test that quietly decides whether the rest of this comparison even matters. Community reports confirm the panel lacks tabs and forces focus, changes when new files open. So yes, it's rougher than Cursor. But only helps in editor is wrong. Official product pages list VS Code, JetBrains, CLI, Cloud Agents, Slack, and a dedicated code reviewer surface. One blog claims VS Code only. Official sources contradict that directly. Call this one a tie, rough UI, but far broader reach than the claim suggests. Kilo Code delivers where it matters most for developers. Real BYOK freedom across 6+ providers plus local runners, and a Slack bot that ships actual pull requests from a thread. Something Cursor can't match repo for repo. Where it falls apart is trust. The leaderboard claim about open weight models leading review names a model that isn't even on the board. And the billing incidents, a $74 drain, an $8 charge for a dime's worth of work, aren't edge cases, they're documented and repeated. The UI is rough, but the editor-only framing is simply false. Here's where the second pick clearly pulls ahead. Kilo Code is worth it for developers who want model flexibility and a Slack-native PR workflow, but only if you set hard spending limits and check your credits constantly. If you can't tolerate unpredictable billing or you need a polished, curated interface, Cursor is the safer pick. 3 of 5 claims are fully verified, 1 is flatly wrong, 1 is a tie. That's the record, and it's decisive enough. Use Kilo Code, but treat every credit balance like it's already trying to disappear. The headline says, $0 month, no hidden costs. According to community-reported billing data, moderate users are actually looking at $1,000 to $3,000 plus a year, once credits and inference fees stack up. Even at the intended rate, 100 reviews a month at the expected $0.10, each comes out to $10 a month, before a single agent loop runs wild. Free was never the real number. If you want to see how that billing risk stacks up against a paid, curated alternative, my Kilo Code versus Cursor breakdown is next. And it's where the polished UI trade-off actually gets tested.